Hello and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Steve Rizzetta. We are just going to give everyone a couple minutes to join the call. We still have a lot of people coming on the call right now, so just 2 more minutes and then we will begin.
Kinda.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's presentation, How to Sell or Sourcing New Renovation Business in 2020. The new year is closely approaching, and hang on, let me just put everyone on mute. All right, let's get started with that again. Today's presentation is Sourcing New Renovation Business in 2020. If you have any questions along the way, please email them to us at webinars@remn.com, and we will get to all your questions after the call. Again, my name is Steve Rizzetta, and I'm the Renovation Lending Manager here at REMN Wholesale, and I will be leading you through this presentation today. We do have a quick agenda today. It's not going to be a long call, but we will, for all you newbies out there, we will go over what is a renovation loan, some of the advantages versus other types of financing, what programs we offer, and the meat and potatoes of today's call, which is why you guys are all here, where to source renovation business in 2020. And we will go through a few sample scenarios. Let me just make sure you guys are seeing my screen. Okay, perfect. All right. So, some of you have been on my other calls. You've seen this before, but for you newbies, we will talk about what is a renovation loan. Well, you have to keep in mind it's a single closing loan, right? As opposed to, 2 closings, maybe, a construction loan and a takeout loan. No, we're doing one single closing, and that could be on a purchase or a refi where we take our purchase price or a payoff, we add in our improvements, and we roll it all into one single mortgage. The key to remember here is that it's the same asset, income, and credit underwriting that you're used to on an FHA loan, a Fannie Mae loan, or a VA loan, all right? It's the same stuff you're normally used to. The only thing that we need to get you up to speed on are the new renovation conditions, contractor docs, HUD consultant docs, after improved appraisal, right? Those types of things. The renovation work begins after closing on a renovation loan. So you're going to process a file like you normally would. We're going to add in those renovation docs. And then once we get to closing, that's when all the work can begin. And that's where our team will take over, call up the HUD consultant, contractor, the borrower, and get them all on the same page about the draw process. So there are two very key advantages that you should know about a renovation loan. The first and probably the number one advantage is that you can lend on after improved value. So as with a cash out or a home equity loan or HELOC, you can only lend on current as is value. But on a renovation loan, after improved value allows you to lend more. So if you just bought a home, you might not have enough equity to refinance, do a cash out, take money out, and do improvements. But with a renovation loan, we can allow for that because we're lending on a after improved value. So you might increase the value by 100 grand. We're able to use that extra 100 grand and lend off of that. With hard money loans, personal loans, credit cards, those have higher interest rates than your typical renovation loan, where we can spread out, maybe you do a $100,000 addition over 30 years on a low 5% interest rate. So those are the two key advantages, lower interest rate with a longer term, and we're able to lend on after improved value. At REMN Wholesale, we offer the four major renovation loan options: a 203K limited, 203K standard, the Fannie Mae home style, and the VA reno. I'm not going to get into the particulars of these programs. We do have separate webinars for each of these programs, which you can find on our YouTube channel at REMN Wholesale on YouTube. So we will not go over this today, but just keep in mind they do have their own parameters. In 2018, part of the reason why we're on the rise in renovations in 2018, that's when we reached our peak in a record based on this Harvard study. We did $336.9 billion on remodeling projects in America. And from the studies that I've seen, that's only projected to increase. Part of the reason being, average homes in the U.S. are greater than 40 years old, which means if you buy a home today's day and age, you're looking to modernize that. You're looking to upgrade the kitchen. You're looking to, do new paint job. You're looking to do things outside, add to curb appeal, to modernize those homes. So there are renovations needed in the future. And especially with shows on HGTV like Flip or Flop or Fixer Upper, we're really empowering people out there to take, work into their own hands, hire contractors, and what we say, improve versus move. So a lot of families will decide to, instead of finding a better house, to fix up their current house with a renovation refi. So let's talk about the benefits to the majority on this call, the brokers, your mortgage brokers out there. Well, this is an opportunity to differentiate yourself in your market. A lot of markets out there don't have a renovation specialist. It could be you, and we want it to be you. These programs also allow you to fix appraisal issues. Okay, so how many times have you got an appraisal back and there's items that need to be fixed and the seller doesn't want to pay for them, and the borrower can't do it prior to closing? So how do you fix that? We do a 203K or a Fannie Mae home style or a VA reno. We fix those issues, close the loan, and then the work starts, right? And typically on most of these programs, you have 6 months. Unless it's the VA reno, you only have 90 days to complete the repairs. And with increased work means an increased loan amount, so you have the potential for an increased commission. And if your first loan is a purchase, with the rates in today's environment, you have the potential to refinance them 6 months down the road, once the work has been completed, into a second loan and get a second commission. And again, if you do a job well done, you will get increased referrals. You'll be known as that reno guy in the area, and you'll get all those deals. All right, so here's why we're all here today. We're to source reno business in 2020. Now, the reality is the work has to be put in on your end. We can't do it for you. We can just help you with the roadmap and give you, a ballpark on where to get these leads and these deals generated from. So we have 4 main sources that we're going to talk about today: real estate agents, contractors, your previous borrowers, and investors. So let's start with real estate agents. Well, the first thing I want you guys to do is pick up the phone, open up your email, let your current agents know that you're now doing renovation loans. You are now linked with a renovation partner in REMN Wholesale who knows what they're doing and knows how to close these things efficiently. Okay, so I want you to let all your current agents know that you can do these. And you might be surprised. They might have a property that needs renovations, and you might have your first deal, in no time. The second thing I want you to do is search Zillow, Redfin, and Trulia for distressed properties, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. And then lastly, I want you to set up some presentations at local offices, right? And what I want you to do is, for those on the call, if you're interested, we have a all-in-one presentation called Reno in the Box, which we'll be setting up for the new year, 2020. It's not ready yet, but we are taking requests. What we are putting together are brochures, pamphlets, sign-in sheets, emails, social media content, all for renovation presentations at local real estate agent offices. So please email us at webinars@remn.com if you are interested. We'll put your name and your logo on all that information. You'll have a renovation campaign ready to go for the new year. So for your agents, what are the benefits to them, right? What are you selling to your agents, your current agents or the new agents that you'll be dealing with? Well, some of the homes that they've been trying to sell have been sitting there for 120 days plus. And it's because they don't have curb appeal, or it's because it's outdated. Well, now you're offering them a solution to show the home's potential value and not the home as it currently is. That agent can, promote the home with a new kitchen, promote the home with, a new deck, new siding, new paint, as long as they're aware that this is a product you offer. If they're not aware that you can offer this, then they won't be promoting that to potential home buyers, and they won't be able to move homes faster. This is a tool for them to help their home buyers envision the property and what it could be versus what it currently is. So going back to Trulia, Zillow, and Redfin to find some of these agents, I have a few screenshots up here. This example is from Trulia. We plugged in Toms River, New Jersey here. We're in New Jersey. REMN Wholesale is headquartered in New Jersey. So we did Toms River, and we plugged in some keywords: needs TLC, outdated, needs repairs, sold as is, fixer-upper, needs work, okay? So we plugged that into the keyword search function, and up popped a bunch of properties. And from there, we looked at the description, we looked at the pictures, and we determined, okay, some of these properties, are being passed on. They are sitting on the market, and you can see on these websites how long typically the home has been on the market. So you can see if a home has been on the market for 120 days and if it has repairs. Then you can see who the listing agent is. Now you've just built yourself your first lead to call that listing agent and offer them some help with your 203K, your home style, or your VA reno. And they may not have thought of that as a solution. You may be helping them out. And once you do help them out, you'll have a partner moving forward on these types of deals, and maybe their next listing will be right off the bat, listed as a home that can be financed with a 2 or 3K. So do this on all 3 websites, and I promise you will get a nice big list of agents that you can call. Okay, and the second thing, which I mentioned for real estate agents, is we have this renovation in the box, which includes a lot of material that we're going to be giving you. And again, this is starting in 2020. It's not available now, but we wanted to have this call today and set you up for success in 2020. What you'll get is a renovation brochure, which, if you go to trade shows or you go to, real estate, investment clubs, and you set up booths, you can put these on the booths along with some flyers. We have sign-in sheets, follow-up email templates, social media images. We even include a PowerPoint presentation and also some handouts for your attendees. So again, email us at webinars@remn.com. I'm going to hop out of this PowerPoint to show you a little bit about what I'm talking about here. So this is where we can enter your name, title, NMLS number, put your image here. This right here is a brochure. It's about 12 pages, very nice graphics. It can all be customized to you. It has all the benefits to the home buyers, homeowners, agents, contractors. Okay. We have a flyer here. Seminar invite. This is really sharp looking. Okay. Learn more at our renovation seminar. Time, date, location. All right. We have all this other stuff, as you can see below here, and we're going to include the presentation itself, which is a PowerPoint for you guys. All in all, we have about, let's see, so we have a ton of slides on this, 55 slides. So you have a lot of info to go over, and I've looked through it, and it's pretty straightforward. What I would suggest is that you talk with your rep here at REMN Wholesale, and you get them to come out with you on your first presentation. They will go to an office full of realtors with you and do the presentation with you. And you can also request to have myself come out, if I'm available and, you're close enough, or I might need, to fly out in special circumstances. Please email us at webinars.com if you'd like to set something up or get this renovation in the box. So that's that. Moving forward, let's talk about contractors. All right, so let's develop a list of contractors from which you can, get referrals from on deals and vice versa. So some websites out there for contractors: House.com, Home Advisor, Angie's List, Thumbtack, Yellow Pages, and you can even just do a Google search in your area of the contractors out there. We also do have that we can provide you upon request a previously validated contractor list. So here's just a quick screenshot of House.com or Home Advisor. You can take these websites as far as you can go, get some details on the names of the contractors, and do a reverse search on Google, find out their contact information, and contact them. All right, and you can see here's an example that we found from Home Advisor, and we were able to pull up their phone number, their email address, and their website and see what they're all about. Here is our validated contractor list, which we can provide you upon request. Again, email us at webinars@remn.com. And the key thing to remember is that we want to be dealing with quality contractors here. We want licensed, insured, and experienced contractors, right? So what we'll also provide to you after the call is a contractor's guide, which is an all-in-one packet that provides all the information that REMN Wholesale uses to vet a contractor, which includes a profile, a W-9, instructions on how to put together their bid, a checklist of all these items that they need, and all the disclosures for the specific program that they're doing. The benefits that you want to pitch to these contractors that you're speaking to are that they'll be able to provide estimates knowing that that borrower, that home buyer or homeowner can get the financing for that $100,000 job, right? How many bids do contractors put out that they know, the borrower doesn't have the financing? Well, with this type of loan, they're always going to be able to have the financing available, as long as the after improved value is in line. They'll be confident that they'll receive the payment, not only receive the payment, but in a timely manner. How many times do the borrowers, the home buyers, refuse to pay a contractor? I'm sure it happens a lot. And we don't want that. As long as the contractor does the work they say they're going to do, and we do an inspection and it's verified to be done, we will pay that contractor and in a timely manner. All right. This is yet another channel a contractor can offer for borrowers or homeowners to get financing. And again, if they do a great job, they're going to get more referrals from mortgage brokers and vice versa. Questions to ask these contractors when you're on the phone with them, going back to our benefits, do your clients always have the funds, the projects you bid out? The answer is probably not all the time, right? Are you always paid in a timely fashion? Maybe not, right? What types of financing do you currently offer or suggest? Maybe they don't know about a 203K or a home style. Maybe they've never done one. It's your job now to educate them on these programs. And then lastly, do you have proper licensing, insurance, and references, right? We want to be dealing, again, with qualified contractors. And then you can discuss the mutual benefits on referrals back and forth between the two of you. Thirdly, let's talk about your previous borrowers, right? Borrowers who have already purchased a home and now are refinancing to renovate and stay in the current home that they have, or borrowers that are refinancing, renovate, and selling, and they just want to increase their value, right? So it's winter time here in New Jersey, and it's it's pretty cold around the rest of the country. It's not prime time selling season, so a lot of our borrowers, in homes are wanting to sell for top dollar. Why not renovate now? And when the spring rolls around, have a newly renovated home with a new kitchen and new fresh coat of paint and new modern items in there, which can increase the resale value of the home come spring. Or why not stay in your home if you're looking to expand, right? Maybe your family size increased and you had, a kid, right? And you need some more square footage in your home. Why not refinance, add an addition on, add a second floor, expand outwards and stay in your current home rather than looking for a new home in a new community with a bigger ticket on a sales price. So let's go to the motivation of these previous borrowers. Again, maybe a family size is increasing. Why not add on some square footage and stay in your current home? Or you just purchased a home just to get in the door, right? You didn't have time to do a purchase and renovate at the same time. Your seller only gave you 30 days, and you just had to get in, right? So you decided to get the purchase done. You have no equity in the home, but now you're like, I do need a new kitchen. I do need all these other upgrades. Well, you have no equity in the home. You don't have a lot of options. Why not do 203K refi, home style refi, VA refi, and do these improvements now, right? Or you've been living in a home for 10 years and you just haven't gotten around to improvements, right? Maybe you call up your borrower and you say, hey, I remember you talking about that pool you always wanted. Have you done that yet? And they say no. And you say, well, I have a perfect program for you, the Fannie Mae Home Style, which allows for complete pool installations. So even people who have been living in their home for a while, we can help them out. Maybe they just want to make their home more energy efficient. We can do solar panel installations, right? Or again, if they just want to increase the value to sell the home in the upcoming spring, let's fix those bathrooms. Let's fix that kitchen. Let's add some value and sell this thing for a higher sales price. All right. And with these renovation loans, you can do a lot of stuff, right? You can put a new roof on, new siding. You can fix all that foundation work that's crumbling, plumbing and electric, flooring, kitchen and bathroom remodeling, which adds the most value to homes, right? Kitchen and bath remodeling statistically adds the most value on a home sales price. Painting, exterior and interior, brand new appliances, okay? Maybe you want some new energy efficient appliances. We can do that with the renovation loan. We could do all this other stuff to your right, including anything structural. Let's talk about a few items that I like to highlight every time I do a presentation. We do high balance loan amounts, so we're not, strictly, to conforming loan amounts. We can do high balance, okay? Mixed use properties, we can do work only to the residential portion of the mixed use property. We can't do work to the commercial unit, but we can do them. We can do manufactured housing. We can help you build an ADU. So again, this is wildly popular for anyone on the call who's out in California. Right now, this is super huge. Everybody wants to build an ADU, and we get a handful of scenarios a week about them. So after the call, if you're interested, email us and we can answer any questions on that. Building garages, if you touch base with contractors who are in the business of garages and building them out, you can be the garage person in your area, right? And you can help provide financing on all those garages. Building additional units, adding second floors, we can do that. Solar panel financing, PACE Hero Loan payoffs, and on the Fannie Mae Home Style, we can complete new construction that's 90% or greater complete. Tear downs, rebuilds, we can do that on a 203K, and we can finish incomplete projects. Say a borrower or contractor ran out of money, couldn't complete the project, we can help rescue the home and get it to completion. Just give us a ring and we'll go through the scenario. Pools, we can do that on the Fannie Mae Home Style, brand new pool installations, 203K, we can do pool repairs, and do-it-yourself repairs. I don't recommend going down this route if you can avoid it, but we do allow for do-it-yourself repairs if you are a contractor. And lastly, we have our fourth resource, investors, right? So we can hit up real estate investment clubs, online groups, and our current realtor database and identify who's an investor, right? A lot of times these investors use hard money loans with high interest rates and prepayment penalties. Not with the Fannie Mae Home Style. We can allow you to do 1 units, and you can use the future rental income, right, as qualifying income. That's huge. And this is good for anyone who wants to do a 1-unit fix and hold or a fix and flip. So this is really an untapped market out there. But if you go to those real estate investment clubs, you find those online groups and you contact your realtors and see who's an investor, get those contacts, reach out to these people. You will find some people that don't know about this program that you can help out. So let's go over a couple scenarios. In this first scenario, let's talk about the equity, your borrower can gain on a purchase, right? So this is a benefit to your borrower too. The borrower can gain instant equity if this is done right. So on a purchase, we take our total purchase price plus our total renovation costs, and we times that by our LTV. In this scenario, we're going to do a 203K, which means our $100,000 purchase price plus our $50,000 total renovation cost is 150 times our 96.5 max LTV, gives us a loan amount of $144,750. And our appraiser came back and said the home will appraise for $175,000. Well, that gives us approximately $25K in instant equity. So again, this is a huge tool to sell to any of your borrowers out there who want to buy a fixer-upper and trying to gain equity in it. You can do it with a 203K. You can buy a home in the right neighborhood that you can afford versus the overpriced home that's ready to go. The affordable one may have some, faults to it, but with a little work, you can finance it with a 203K and build some instant equity and get started off on the right foot. Going back to our previous borrower scenario where they want to, fix the home up to be able to market it in the springtime. This is a scenario that shows they can do it with bringing no money to the table. So on a renovation refi, we use our after improved value times your LTV. And in this scenario, we're going to do 95%. So a Fannie Mae home style. Our current value is $200,000. We're making $50,000 worth of improvements. We're updating the kitchen, the bath, we're painting it, we're doing a few other minor items. And our after improved value comes in at $300,000. So we put in $50,000 and we have an after improved value now at $300,000. So what does that do? It increases marketability for the spring. It helps the home sell faster. Less people have to see the home now to be able to put in, bids on it. We can get a higher sales price. And that rate that you did a refi on to upgrade the property, you're not going to be in that rate for long because you're planning on selling that home. So you'll be out of that in no time. And because the value is there, your borrower doesn't have to bring any money to the table at closing. So that's a win-win-win. Sell the home faster, get a higher price for it, and bring no money to the table. All right, so that's the end of our presentation today. Hopefully you gained some value on that to be able to find a way to get some business in 2020. I am always here to help you guys out. You can reach me directly by phone, 908-591-4257. Again, that number is 908-591-4257. Or you can email us at webinars@remn.com and we'll answer any questions after the call. Again, REMN Wholesale, 24-hour underwrites on all our files, including renovation loans. We did the #1 industry volume in 2018 on renovation loans, so we do have the experience to know how to close them effectively. We have knowledgeable AEs, AE assistants. We have a wonderful help desk with a great chat feature. If you like communicating that way, we can get your questions answered through a chat. And we do have a great post-closing renovation concierge desk who will help with all your draw needs post-closing. And lastly, we do have an excellent marketing platform known as Flyer Paradise, which if you are approved at REMN Wholesale, you do have access to, and you can get customized flyers for renovation loans. With all that being said, I'd like to thank you for attending today. Again, please email us at webinars@remn.com if you'd like to get set up for Renovation in the Box for 2020. If you have any scenario questions, if you need that contractor list in your area, if you want to set up a training or a one-on-one follow-up, if you have any questions on submission or you need an AE in your area, please let us know. And lastly, please do follow me on LinkedIn for any updates on renovation loans. And again, thank you guys for attending today. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and take care.